Here's the problem with this new Shelby GT350. I'm looking at it right now. I've got it pulled up on my screen on the computer, and the Mustang GT as a platform, transforming that into a GT350 from Shelby, then looking at how you can transform your Mustang GT also into a Super Snake, it opens the door to the question of what you should do. I mean, why would you get the GT350 over the Shelby Super Snake now? And what differentiates these two cars? It seems like just putting a supercharger on a Mustang GT, I mean, people have been doing this for decades, right? It's been just the thing that people do. And I'm not saying that's the only thing that they've done on this vehicle. Obviously, they've changed the look of the front bumper, a new hood, giving you new wheels, a new wing. It's other components here and there. But what I'm trying to get at here is I think personally the day and age of just putting on more power and changing up some of the stylistic components of a car, they've kind of gone far away. These days, people want to see substantial, quantifiable performance, at least in my opinion. When you look at the GT350, it wasn't all about the power it's giving you. It's about the emotional experience of having a flat plane crank and engineering that you really never saw in a Ford Mustang before, right? There was no Mustang revving to 8,000 RPM. It was so affordable at the same time. For starting at $50,000, that's incredible if you really go back in time. These days, we're just finding the same old $100,000+ Ford Mustangs that are based off, let's say, a $50,000 car with a supercharger and special badging. I know that these are all companies that are in the business of making money, and of course they're trying to sell products, but I mean, let's get back to the days where things are truly special and one-off and crazy, where brands are going out of their way to make a name for themselves. I know with Mustang GTD, they went as far as they could, right? And Ford's trying to do things that are differentiated with making a drift version of the Mustang, the RTR, having the Dark Horse, a new name, something that's just new. Where they're not just trying to sell you something based off the badge on the car. This is what's important to me these days, at least. If you look at some of the Ferraris, I mean, some of them aren't that exciting to me, but other ones, the ones where they innovate, I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. Shelby American can do quite a lot, but I'm looking at this GT350 very curious, as I haven't seen it in person yet, and I really do want to find out how it stacks together in real life. I'll be making a full review video on it very shortly. You'll see it this week on the channel, so stay tuned for that. I'll be checking out the vehicle in Arizona, but at the same time, I just really want to talk more about how I used to actually have a Shelby American vehicle. I had a 2014 Shelby GT500, and the Super Snake package was put on top of it. And back then, you could just buy the Mustang, you call up Shelby, you ask them what they offer. They'll tell you, we have a Super Snake available. They tell you that we can build you a Super Snake, and they often will tell you we have this many we're building. It's very limited, but I've also found throughout the years when companies tell you we are only selling 300 of a car a year, it doesn't mean that they actually are selling 300 cars a year. Sometimes they could only sell 50, but they're just saying they were capped out at 300. So there's a lot of things that I've learned just from getting older over the years and learning about the car industry. There's a lot of just interesting focal points to look at. But what I'm trying to say here is that this GT350 over the horizon, it looks exciting, it looks cool, but it doesn't look that different than what we've seen before. When I look at this vehicle, I think of Shelby GT. I think of Shelby Super Snake from Shelby American, based off the Mustang GT for the past 10 years. I don't really see completely GT350. I know with my GT350, the whole point of that car was that it wasn't supercharged. It was just sick. It was just cool having a naturally aspirated motor because it wouldn't overheat on the track. And it was very, very track focused. It was very, very capable too. Bringing this car back, I can see what's going on here. There is no spot for a around $100,000 Ford Mustang, which has the Shelby name and has more horsepower, 800 horsepower. Also, if you guys are getting a new Mustang like a Shelby, or you have any vehicle and you want to get it paint protected, ceramic coated, wrapped, or even window tinted, please give us a call at 760-496-8607 or DM Speed Phenom Film. We'd love to take care of you here at our state-of-the-art PPF studio, this whole different branch of the Speed Phenom brand, located here above San Diego, California. California, in Carlsbad. It's so much fun with this company because we're able to actually work directly with subscribers and local car enthusiasts to improve their cars. I love it. They've successfully filled that void, I will say that. Look at some of these photos, it does look good in some of the photos. I just really want to know your thoughts, because when you look at this vehicle versus the Super Snake, I'm not sure which one you would choose. I'm not dissing the car. I respect Shelby American. I think it's cool that they're bringing this name back. Everyone wants to see this name come back. I'm just very skeptical right now about the whole vehicle because I've not really had the chance to experience it. We've experienced the Shelby Super Snakes from Shelby American. We've driven the GT500 King of the Roads and the GT500 Signature Editions that they've built. But in this video, I just want to leave it here. I just want to ask you guys, what do you think? Does this excite you these days, having another version of the Mustang GT that's tuned up? Or would you rather just do all that tuning yourself? There's so much that you can do aftermarket-wise, and obviously you can do so much when you know what you want to build, and you're building it yourself. You don't have to pay money for a brand name, a badge, or for the transportation, or for another company to do the work. If you're mechanically inclined and you've got an idea on how you want to build out your car, you can do a lot yourself, which would take you further for the money versus buying a full package. Because if we look at this and say, okay, if it starts at $109,995 and it's based off a manual transmission 300A 2025 Mustang GT, and I looked this up right here on the computer, I say 2025 300A Mustang GT price, it will say that starts at $45,000. So if you just had a Mustang GT 300A, and it's based off AI, telling you the answer right away, but it's got all the source material right next to it. Starts at around $45,000 with the 308 package. You're basically looking at a $65,000 package. And if you've got a $65,000 upgrade package for your Mustang GT, I don't know why they're not saying, you know, the package price these days. They're just saying based off a vehicle. But so let's just say you've got a $65,000 upgrade. You're getting the supercharger, the Whipple supercharger, the Borla catback exhaust and tips, front and rear lower springs, front and rear sway bars, a short throw shifter for the manuals, a flow forged alloy wheel, Shelby tires, and then interior upgrades like seat covers, embroidered floor mats, door sill plate, serialized dash cap, and then some accessories that are like engine caps, right, within the engine bay. You get a new hood, a center hood vent, upper grille, lower grille with brake ducts, outboard grills, three-piece lower front splitter, Shelby badging, Le Mans style striping and tint depending on where you are. And then optional features are like the wings. Okay, so the carbon fiber package is optional and has limited availability. Same goes for the performance package and the rear pedestal package. I'm not sure how much the GT350R will cost, but for $65,000 you're getting those upgrades. And I know if you just wanted to get the same performance with the supercharger, that'll be just a few $1,000s. So I just want to know your thoughts with pricing and how much this stuff is costing these days, and this new pathway Shelby American is taking. Do you like it? Do you not like it? I have no opinion on it. I'm just sharing you this critical analysis, the same analysis we look at every car online with. So stay tuned for my first look with the vehicle. It'll be dropping in a few days. I look forward to sharing you guys that up close and personal look. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. It really does help me out. And subscribe for much more great content coming out your way. While you do that, hit the notification bell so you're up to date with all the new videos the second I post them. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.